This is only a small wood on a small planet that revolves around a little star among 100 billion stars in one of the 1,000 billion galaxies constellated with dazzling cosmic events. In every corner of the universe, we find vertiginous wells of layers of reality.
If we want to continue creating a world in which we want to live and in which we're able to live, we have to figure out how to relate differently to each other, to ourselves, and to the planet.
Putting things together, that's easy. Making a composition out of it, that's a skill. Creating new knowledge beyond the tensions of collaborations, that is the challenge.
What if we see problems as concerns and education is taking care?
Economic conditions change, environmental conditions change.
Social concerns desire new voices and collaborations, and an accelerating development of technology demands a seat at the good old table. The big urgent societal problems and challenges are not or social or technical or spatial problems. They are all connected,
Dynamic and complex.
Nobody can oversee these problems alone.
Nobody can solve them alone.
So there was something about the reach that something like RASL had that I got excited about. The fact that my area of practice and interests would be in dialogue with people who are also in a similar area of interest, but coming from a very different, maybe more rational, logical mind, if it's got to do with an engineer or an architect or someone from the social sciences maybe. But I found that it was really important to find the dialogues, to find the conversations that wasn't just artists talking to artists or poets talking to artists, but it was actually creating a dialogue that for me is essential, and a lot of the education that I have has been missing it. So I find myself craving the spaces where dialogues are meeting.
I would say that they're just really focused on their area of expertise, and I'm more used to looking at things in relation to one another. So when they talk about urban water management, I cannot have this conversation without also talking about housing crisis. But for them, they have different people for a job on housing crisis and different people for a job on water management. So it's not one thing. Yeah, and those departments are sometimes in different buildings and they just never, meet.
I always saw myself as, am I a creative or am I a scientist? Who am I? Because when I was studying at the university, I was always seen as the creative. But when I started at the art academy, I always was seen as a scientist. And something that I really personally took from RASL was I finally came to understanding that I can call myself scientifically creative. It really showed me that I'm capable of choosing who I want to be, no matter what social environment I'm in.
In Rotterdam, we live in a delta. We are surrounded by land, air, water, and fire. People, animals, and things. If we want to imagine alternative futures, we not only have to bring all human voices to the table, but also be fluid enough to approach the challenges from all these different delta perspectives, and consider that the possible solution for one element might create a new, bigger problem for the other. So let's look at our surrounding through the lenses of all these delta elements. That is the total moving playing field that we need to embrace, we play on and take care of at the same time. Land, air, water, fire, people, animal, things. Land, air, water, fire, people, animal, things.
Land, air, water, fire, people, animal, things. Land, air, water, fire, people, animal, things. Land, air, water, fire, people, animal, things. Land, air, water, fire, people, animal, things.